round 3. We're in Spain. We're in Barcelona. I am one of your commentators today, Scotty, and I am joined by Timmy.
Hello, guys. We're at Barcelona, Spain. One of the new layouts. Obviously, it's only a little minor layout change, but it's I believe it's the first track on the calendar we've had with the new layouts. Is it? From memory, we've had Bahrain and Imola, so it is. Yes, round 3, Spain.
Yeah, Australia's later in the calendar.
So obviously, yeah, it's only a little bit of a minor change, but it's still something. And I must say, it's a little bit of a slippery part of the track now.
Yeah, no, actually, with that new tarmac, it very much is.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, the new tarmac. It's not as much grip on it just yet, but it's an interesting one. I believe it. I can't remember the name of the corner.
It is turn 10. That is
turn 10.
Been replayed. There was 17 corners on the track. One of them got removed due to the track layout change. 16 corners, and we have, I believe it is Sandro, the championship leader, I may add. Out of the pits first of all, he took a very nice win in Imola last week in the Haas. He's been looking strong so far this season.
So just quickly, Fat Eagle didn't select his seat and has been put into Ferrari.
Okay, that is not good. Stewards might have to investigate that of some sort. Especially with that double stacking pit stops, that could become an issue. I don't believe he's a Ferrari driver. But he is the first one out there, followed by Beachy. Beachy's been going very well actually. Tier4 he's actually found a bit of pace in Tier4.
Beachy, yeah, he's obviously very quick. Santa, nearly the Sprint Series winner last season. Another quick driver. Caleb, another one. You got SJ in the Haas.
Yes, he's Rush F1. He is.
Yeah, Rush F1. He's definitely one to watch. I know. I sometimes feel for SJ. He gets very unlucky at times. I got a little bit of a soft spot for him. So hopefully he can pull something out here tonight. Obviously, I'll be cheering on the Red Bull guys, and you'll be cheering on the Mercedes guys. But we'll try not to give them too much showtime this evening.
Too much, yeah. We're not biased over here, as the commentator.
Oh, and there's a Haas around. That's Sandro.
Oh, there is
Championship leader.
And that is...
come out very dangerous in front of the Alfa Romeo there of TT Coys. Deadly Fuller's retired turn 1. I'm going down to... Trying to find someone near them. It's a Ferrari by the looks of...
And Aussie 2K looks like he's on a lap as well, so...
Just jumped on board with Laz Karina, and there is turn 2, yeah, so he's probably got a little bit up on the curb there. The Aston Martin of Deadly Fuller, so unfortunately he is out.
That's not going to be good for him, so he'll start last P17 for the Aston Martin driver, as I'm on board with Aussie 2K GOAT. He's been looking, he hasn't been looking too bad in Tier 4, with a couple strong results.
He's definitely one to watch. Yeah, as you said, Aussie 2K, he's looked very strong here. Aussie 2K, Richo, yeah, there's definitely a few in there. Alan Sandler, Las Karuma, Beachy sets the fastest lap there.
Won't be quick enough, and Coy goes for a 19.8. That's decent from the Alfa Romeo driver. Aussie goes fast with an 18.5. That's the pace we're looking at. Aussie did get a P3 in Bahrain.
Oh, and so Ben goes faster.
18.5 in the Red Bull. Timmy's happy with that one.
Very happy.
And LQ Braun, the new driver for Mercedes, he's P3 with a 19.3. So I'm sure most of these drivers are just going to be on their first flying laps, as we see the pace in the final couple minutes being the quickest due to track evolution, etc.
Richo jumps up into third there in the Alfa Romeo. Alfa Tauri there.
Yeah, Alfa Tauri, yes.
So it looks like maybe the track's heating up a little bit, and that's why we're seeing those lap times get quicker and quicker. Because obviously Beachy, he went out round first, got the 120, and they've just got quicker since.
Yeah, absolutely. This track, especially with if you get a lap right around here, it's very nice, especially through some of these corners, such as turn 9, that really quick right-hander onto that back straight. If you can nail that, that's a good 2-3 tenths you can gain. But Bang currently on provisional pole with an 18.5. It's a very good lap.
Just jumped on board with our championship leader, Sandro. He's really struggling. He obviously had to spin, set a 156, and now he's just invalidated his lap as well. So he's probably going to be into the pit here. And there's that Las Karuma in the Ferrari. He's way off into the gravel.
Yes, he is him. And he's revving that engine very high in third gear. So it looks like he's just maybe trying to get out of the way of some of these drivers. Yes, he is. Taking to the escape road.
Look, I got to say, Scotty, sorry. A lot of people find Spain or Barcelona a very boring track, but I actually quite enjoy the track. Especially with the new cars, you know, everyone can follow a lot closer, especially leading up into the new track layout, turn 10, leading around turn 9, you can get real close, and with that DRS range, I expect to see some moves made down into turn 10 there.
Yes, no, absolutely. I feel like you can definitely go side by side through that corner as well.
Oh, without a doubt. It's just a track group that you do have to watch there. Milo jumps up into 4th, so he's also one to watch, Milo.
Absolutely, and some of the stewards, the race stewards, put in the race briefing, especially with that pit entry. You've got to be on the right side of that board. I think it actually got taken out.
Yeah, so I believe Junior's coming around now. What's he doing? He's going around, so we didn't get to see that bollard. I'll try to jump on board with maybe
someone. I believe Milo is going past that now, or very close. Yes, he's going through the chicane right now.
He set his lap, so he probably will come in, so we might get to see it. So there it is. The bollard's gone, but before the safety car line, the white line, you see across the whole pit lane and track. If you're not across that line before that line, you're going to be in big trouble.
By the stewards. But Bang's going out here for a second lap. We've got 11 minutes left on the clock in qualifying.
Fat Eagle taking a bit of a sandpit option there, leading up into turn 9. He's going to pull over and let everyone through. I believe that's maybe SJ as well pulling over. Yes, it is.
Yes, I believe. But one driver I think who will put in a really good lap, hasn't said one yet, is Chrome Dog in the Red Bull. I reckon he'll pull something out special today in qualifying.
I really hope so. Chrono, absolutely love to death, as well as SJ. There's a couple in there that I really like, and I just want these boys to do well throughout the season. The SJ, you can see he's sitting back, so he's letting the track clear ahead. Crone's just gone through on the outlap. He was behind SJ by about 3 or 4 turns. He is now ahead of SJ, so SJ is really trying to get into some clear air here.
I think he's going for an onboard lap on BG as he's heading around the final corner. And it's actually a very poor exit from the chicane for him.
Very poor. That's one you really want to get right, but you also got to be very careful because if you get on that curb on the outside of the last chicane, you can get beached quite easily up there.
So just go through turn 1 and 2. You want to make sure you can open yourself up for that long right-hander of turn 3. And there's a spinning car on the inside. It's a Red Bull, I believe. That may be Bang. Was that Chrome?
No,
it was a Red Bull.
It was Bang. You were right.
It was Bang, and sometimes if you can now spec on these corners, especially now in the new game, with these mini sausage curves they put on the track, make it, you can't exploit the track limits as much, especially through the corners.
Oh, Crone is around. I've just jumped on board. He's around.
He is
around. Like he got caught in a bit of traffic. There was Bang and a Mercedes. There was a couple cars there. Now he's stuck. He's got a lot of traffic. He's got to try to get moving because he's going to get disqualified if he sits there too long. He might want to flick that car around.
What happened to Broccolilli in Bahrain?
I reckon
didn't face him though, so from last.
I would be flicking that there. He is disqualified.
And he is disqualified, so that is crucial. Now, on board with Beachy, he's just going through the final chicane right now. Had a bit of an on board that with him, again with those sausage curbs. Don't want to touch him. See, the number 83, Williams, is going to come around the corner. It's going to be probably the fastest lap. No, it is P3. It's an 18.8, and very solid lap by the Williams driver. Mistake crossing the line, which is LQ Bron. He improves into a 19.1. That's good enough for P7. Not too bad for him so far.
So you did a bit of commentator's curse on me there, Scotty. I'm not very happy. You said Chrome was going to pull something out. Look, so Deadly Fuller's got away with one there. He's not going to start dead last. He's going to be second last, provided Chrome can... Oh, SJ can set this lap, but he's run very deep into the last chicane. Now he's up and over sausage curves. He's actually going to abandon that lap. He went right up over... He really got unlucky in those last couple of turns, unfortunately.
Yes, absolutely, and... Arvid Jr. looks like he's going, just taking a little bit of a trip through the grass through turn 1. Looks like he's going to try to get back to the pit lane on his in lap. Who is that Eagle supposed to be racing for today? I don't actually know. Surprisingly enough. He's supposed to be in the Alpine, that Eagle is. So, he's supposed to be partnering Caleb in the Alpine team. Yeah, it wouldn't be too excited about that. Lane Santa P8 with a 19.3. He's been he's not been looking too bad.
LQ Bron smacking walls left, right, and centre in the pit lane there.
In the pit lane. And,
interesting strategy. Milo, he just got the last couple turns really well. He's about to cross the line for his lap. I don't know if he's improving too much. Let's see where he goes.
That's a move.
Didn't improve. Only a few temps, but didn't change position, but.
And just to mention, Coys was set a purple middle sector, but lost the back end in sector 3. Sorry, he needs to abandon that lap. He's now in the pit lane. So I believe Fat Eagle will be coming to the pits as well in number 46. And I believe
Arava Jr. is around on the pit straight.
Jr., yes. Just about to talk about him, and that could almost be qualifying over. We'll have to see. I don't know how long is left on the clock. No, he was on a lap, so he might recharge and go again, or pit. We don't know. How long is left in the session? I've got a yellow flag sector 2, and there's a spinning Alpine, which is Caleb. He spun in that last sector. He just got himself going again after the traffic. Was repeated, but 5 minutes left in the session. He is coming into the pits, and Milo goes P3. I was on Beachy, sorry, Beachy or Milo. One of the Williams went up into P3. Milo went into P3. On board with Brucho now, he's 10th. He's a good 10th and a half.
That's a very good lap from Milo. As I said, he didn't improve. He improved a couple temps, but he still stayed in 6th. But he's just improved by about 7 temps there to jump up into 3rd. So that's a great lap from him.
And one driver who's crossing the final lap now is going to be Richo. It's going to be an improvement from him. Yes, it is. Athens P3. Yeah. Nice lap from him. He was a 10th and he had a lot of time in that last sector. And
one to watch right now is this last Kuruma in the Ferrari. He's coming around the last sector now. He's about to come up into the chicanes. A little bit of controversy around him. They reckon he shouldn't be here, so we'll see what he can do right now.
Yes, absolutely. And he's got to prove his worth here with all the hype around.
There is a lot of hype around him, and he goes a 117.4.
On that, almost secure.
Are you there, Scotty? I cannot hear you if you are there.
Oh no. Must be having some connection issues.
I can hear you a little bit.
I can hear you. Should be on the chat seeing what the chat is doing. AC Order is I'll say hi. Hello. Execute. Hope you're happy now.
Execute Order. I believe he's supposed to be in comms tonight. SJ in the pits again, still yet to set a lap. Deadly Fuller might scrape away here with not starting last.
The P15, little P15. But most drivers are in the pits. Aussie took a go to that. He's going to cross the line. This might be even quicker. No, it isn't. It's a quicker lap from him. It's an 18.1, but nowhere near the 17.4 of Lars Krummer. And both Mercedes are now out.
I think if anyone can match Lars Krummer right now, it's going to be Milo. Milo's got a lot of pace behind him. Aussie Tugo also, he's got a lot of pace behind him. I wouldn't count him out just yet of improving. No. And maybe Bang. And Bang in Red Bull.
Bang could do something very good. He's doing a P3 with an 18.5. Very good from him. I believe he has got a podium, has he, this season? No, he hasn't. He's definitely been a little bit down on pace. He hasn't got higher than, what is that, P5?
So P6? Let's talk about this Lars Krummer for a second here. There's been obviously a little bit of hype around his name. He's been put into Tier 4 because obviously he's had next to none league race experience. We've seen a lot of his TT times. We saw last weekend, but he didn't really handle the race with the other drivers as well as expected. Do you think that time right there is enough to push him up a tier, or do you think, obviously he's with Ferrari now, what do you think Marba's plans are going to be with him? Because he does have an option to move him up higher and score bigger points with that driver.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the opportunity to score bigger points with a driver. But at the same time, if being quick over one lap is one thing. Being quick over 33 laps here, being quick over 33 laps of a circuit in race conditions with heavy fuel is a completely different ball game. So he's going to have to. It's a tough one. Obviously, he didn't handle the race very well last week. He's looking to improve this week, obviously. But time will tell to see if he gets moved up by Mamba. I would not count it out.
I reckon this could be a make or break race for him. We know Mamba. He's probably
very ruthless. And
yeah. I believe that's in the pit.
In the pit, so he may have just missed it. No, but LQ Bron in P8, here, I'm running on board with him now. He is a good 5/10 quicker with a sector to go. This lap time could put him up into P5, maybe even P4. It's very quick from the Mercedes driver. Was obviously a Tier 3 driver. Has moved up from commitment issues. I snapped him up very quickly. He is here and looks like he's navigated that last chicane very nicely. What times are going to be from the Mercedes driver?
P5, exactly what he said. I'm going to go down to SJ. SJ is the only driver on track gets to lap. He's just started his lap. He's coming into Sector 2 now. So he really needs to set this lap to avoid being behind Deadly Fuller, who obviously invalidated right at the start of the session. He doesn't have a second chance here. If he invalidates, he is... Oh, and he's not going to improve, unfortunately. So
he just needs to finish the lap. He needs to know he needs to finish this lap.
He does just need to set the time, doesn't he? He does, actually, you're right. You can see Sandro, he's done a 154.
And bang off the tire as well. And the spinning Ferrari there in the middle sector. Alfa Junior, he is a good 10th up after his first sector, and Sandro is up into P14.
SJ's around a 10.
Again, just really needs to lap, as we said.
That was a new sector.
Must be having some tyre pressure issues.
So maybe, tyre pressure, or maybe the rear wing, maybe he needs to add some more downforce onto that rear wing before he starts this race. You can see he's actually really struggling in the braking zones.
He absolutely is.
So does he set the lap and go ahead? He's going to set the lap. It's going to be a banker.
It's definitely going to be a banker. And Mercedes driver...
He actually goes quicker than Sandro somehow, his teammate.
Very poor performance from the Haas boys today. Alfa Junior does not improve on his time. But overall, a very decent qualifying for Ferrari. The only one Ferrari driver in today's race, even though there's two. Slightly confusing. But... That's it for qualifying then. It appears maybe QCat can maybe set a quick lap. No, he's in the pits. So that should be it. Everyone's in the pits, and just to take first list of the results. But who do you think surprised you the most then?
I think the most impressive driver right now I'm most impressed with would have to be Milo or Aussie 2 Goat. I think either of these two drivers, they've got the capability and the experience to win this race right now. And I think we just had Junior join the chat. Junior, you're about to race, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Don't know what happened out there, where the pace is coming from at all. Yeah, we sorted the tyre issues back at the factory, so we should be fine on that front today. But it will bring up some concerns, maybe with tyre wear.
Do you think you need to lower your rear wing? We've seen a lot of drivers really struggling with the rear end out there. Is that going to be an option before the start of the race, or are you going to stick with your setup?
Well, we'll stick with what we have at the moment, but if we need to change anything after the race, we'll go back, have a look, and see what we need to change.
No worries. Thanks for jumping in, Junior, and best of luck in the race. So that was Junior. He's currently in P13.
Yes. Junior has had 2 DNFs past the races, so he's going to be looking to get, at least finish a race this week. Hopefully get some decent points for the Mercedes team. Currently last in the Tier 4 constructor standings is Mercedes, I believe, with 0 points.
0 points, did you say?
Yes, McLaren as well. Mercedes and McLaren, the only teams in Tier 4 to have no points in the name, and only 2 points for Ferrari.
Very interesting stat there. I'm just having a look at the standings as you speak. Probably the most consistent looking teams right now would have to be the Haas, the Red Bull, and the AlphaTauri. They're looking very consistent across all tiers at the moment.
Team championship, yes, absolutely. And
it is only round 3, but so we can't get too complacent on those. Things can change very quickly in Formula 1.
Yes, and actually, only 3 teams have managed to score points in every single race, and that would be Red Bull, AlphaTauri, and the Haas team.
So as we said, they were looking. Oh, there's a Williams taking a bit of a funny route back there.
Now the start here is actually quite crucial. It's quite a long run heading into turn 1 at Barcelona.
It is a very long run. Hopefully a lot of these drivers take it nice and easy into turn 1.
Yes, absolutely. And again, pretty bit territory is with most circuits a medium to hard. And early predictions here. Who do you think is going to be on the podium? Sorry, Timmy.
It's very hard to answer that question right now. Ask me after turn 1, so I can see who lives.
See who lives. But I was at Tier 3 last week in Imola. Haidar got taken out turn 1. He managed to finish P3. So anything, being taken out turn 1 isn't always a bad thing.
Yeah, as you say, it's 33 laps. You can get taken out. It only takes a safety car and get back there with the group all over again, fighting for that win.
Yes, absolutely. I do think Spain actually is one of these tracks where it could flip on its head very quickly. Going through turn 10, that fast right-hander, very, very easy to lose the back end, especially on the exit curb and spin. Very easy on the chicane to spin, as we just see bang on cue spin on the sausage curb at the chicane.
Something to watch in the race, but yeah, as you said, also turn 2, another very tricky place. If you get on that inside curb too much, you're around. Turn 3, a lot of these drivers with these new cars, they haven't been able to work out a setup to be able to take turn 3 completely flat out. And if you just get a little bit too trigger happy, that's you around.
You could lose the back end. Happens on turn 1, especially turn 1 if your tyres are not up to temperature. And we'll see, with the last cars falling up, Chrome Dog, P17, will be looking to improve. Most of the drivers going
So, Scotty, can we pull up the tyres and just have a look what everyone is on?
Yeah. And here you go, we're going to 5 lights. And they are out and away we go. And I'm trying to find someone I can ride on board with.
I'm sitting on board with
And
Richo right now.
Like
Richo's already made a move on Bang.
And he's going to look to try to go off the inside of the Williams driver. And it looks like it looks like most drivers are taking it very nicely.
Oh, there's a McLaren getting very feisty back there. I think that was centre around.
That was centre around. Most drivers on the hard medium tyres, except for the leader.
Oh, someone's around again. Junior around in the Mercedes. It just looked like there was a lot going on. I think Junior was actually trying to go 3 wide there, which is what happened there. He was on the inside. I think it didn't look like there was any contact. Maybe he just got too early on the gas trying to get the better exit and get ahead into turn 4 there. Very unfortunate.
And Bang and Richo are banging tyres, funnily enough. This is going to allow LQ Braun
someone's around into a wall.
Mix. And then that is Richo making contact with Bang. Promotes LQ Braun up to P5 on his Mercedes debut in Tier 4. And that's...
I just want to mention quickly the sister team in Red Bull. These two came together last week and they've just come together again. There's going to be absolute fireworks after this race. Coy's around in the new section at turn 10 and 11. And Aston Martin, Deadly Fuller also around in the new, just over the nearest one.
I'm certainly on board with Bang right now. He's got a little bit of pocket of clean air ahead of him, 1.5 seconds. Looks like he'll be able to try and see if he can catch up to Milo in front, but I wouldn't be surprised if this front 3 leads away.
These front 3 are looking very racy. That gap is sitting around the 1.2 at the moment. Doesn't seem to be gaining or going anywhere else at the moment. I believe that's another driver around. Is that another driver around? Oh, that's SJ around, and Junior just drove straight into him. SJ just picked up 5 seconds. That was SJ had spun around, and it's a full safety.
That or no, VSC.
Oh, it is only a VSC.
Yeah, only a VSC. And something very interesting to note here is the leader, the very fast driver of Laz Kuruma, is on the soft tyre. He started on the soft compound tyre. Is that a mistake by him?
I think he knows something that we all don't.
Maybe. Could be the Unreal strap. But we're going to have to wait and see. I believe it is a VSC. So should be going green very soon.
Definitely only a VSC. Unfortunate for Junior there. SJ was just, he was just around. He was just parked on the track trying not to move.
And Junior is out.
Praying everyone would miss him. But unfortunately, Junior, you're here right now. Unfortunately, didn't see SJ parked up there, spun around.
No, blind corner. I'm coming through at 100 and some kilometers an hour, and by the time I saw him, there was no coming back from it. It was from the point I saw him to the point I made contact. It was impossible for me to stop. So it's unfortunate. Second race that's happened to me this week where it's something similar, blind corner, and didn't see a car there. Just go back, review, and get ready for the next one.
Junior, 3 DNFs to start the season.
2 drive-throughs, I think. I just saw 2 things pop up. No, sorry, it was just 1 for Caleb.
Just for Caleb. Junior, mate, this is 3 DNFs to start the season, not the start you're looking for. Obviously, we're in France next week for the sprint weekend. Do you think you can bounce back?
Well, I'm hoping so. 2 chances for points, 2 races I can have a crack at getting points in. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully I can come back.
Yeah, all the best, mate. Unfortunate. It's another pointless race, but surely you'll bounce back next week, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, man. Fingers crossed.
Anyway, that was Junior.
So unfortunate for the Mercedes team there. You could hear the disappointment in his voice. But as you said no points. But LeBron is still up there in P5 fighting to get those points for Mercedes in this race.
Yes, and Milo and 2K have just swapped positions heading into turn 1. So this Aston Martin is going to be looking to overtake the Williams car. The TP for that is
These two
massive
battling
and
has helped Bang claw his way back in his bay. He's now only 8 temps behind.
only-
4.
only 8
Oh, sorry, 9.
yes.
No, I looked at the wrong one there, but 9. So yeah,
as well.
we're
Looking on the
bragging
back of
about
Sandro.
Laz Kuruma making this gap. SJ around again, I think. He is around.
He has not been too good for the Haas F1 team.
So right now,
Well,
Richo is faster on track.
Yes, absolutely. And,
Oh,
He almost
SJ
jumped on
tried
tires,
to
I think.
just let, I believe, Caleb through, and Caleb just collected SJ. He's trying to do the
Yes,
right
and-
thing, let the two drivers through, and Caleb just absolutely collected him. Caleb got away with it. I don't think he lost too much
And
time
Gu-
there.
I mean, Gucat and Sandro, they're having a nice old battle. And Gucat in the AlphaTauri gets removed, done and dusted on the Haas car.
So those mediums are warming up. He's just going faster than Laz Kuruma on the mediums, who's on the softs. So the softs must be starting to wear out a little bit. I wouldn't imagine they'll last very long around any of those softs.
No. Also, I don't think that's actually a big enough gap for starting on the softs.
Ooh,
And if he's doing a
Coys
triple,
is
I think
around.
it's
He's a long way off track at the moment on the pitch straight.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't know how he's ended off out
Yeah.
there.
Yes. I don't know either. And Sandro is very, very close to the AlphaTauri ahead of him. So we should see a battle forming there. Other than that, Elaine Santa, again, on the back of Krondog. He's made himself a couple of positions from the back of the grid. We're just having a look at the positions gained. Sandro gained 8 positions in the Haas car. What he's looking for.
Crone
Kelly
also
Claw
up 8.
5 as well.
Senna, he's going to get the DRS. He probably shouldn't fight this too hard at the moment. Here he is. He's got the DRS now. Which way is he going to go? He's going to try to go around the
Elaine
outside.
Santa, outside. He might actually see if he can go for the switchback. He definitely attempted it.
Crone
able to
parked the
get the
car up
move.
very well, didn't he?
Very well. And now the battle for the lead. Milo and Aussie 2K is maybe within striking range, and he's not even using any ERS. Is the Aston Martin driver looking to just sit behind the Williams car and probably recharge the batteries?
Maybe these two, Milo and Ozzy, maybe working a little bit together here at the moment. By doing that, they're not holding each other up, and they're just pulling each other along. I believe Beachy's around. He is on the
Beachy's around
chicane.
at the head of the chicane. Yep. And again, Bang also.
Oh,
just
they're
trying to
fighting,
keep
sorry.
them-
They're
They are fighting, and how none of them have lost a wing yet, I will not know. But Milo is ahead of Aussie 2K, and this is actually allowing Laz Kuruma to gain a big lead. He's 4.5 seconds now.
Yeah, he's pulled 2 seconds actually in the last lap and a half, and that's going to come down to a lot of this battling.
And it's going to be an
Aussie 2K is
overtake
trying to make the move
for
now.
the Aston Martin driver, is it? No. Milo defends the inside very nicely, and
Pushing around, but now
be
he's got the
careful
inside
not to
line,
push him off.
and he's
push him
got the
off
move
track.
done.
He has the move done. Yes, it's a very, very nice move from the Aston Martin driver. And Miles going to look to get it back on the main straight, but Bang has caught up very nicely to the
And I've just looked at the position changes with that overtake now. The top 4 are now in their starting positions. Everyone else on the grid has moved besides Santa, who's back up into 9th where he started. He went down to last on the first corner. He's now back into 9th.
And it's a beautiful dive by Milo. They're going side by side, unable to get the move done. It's Williams' driver, but he's going to have a nice run through turn 3. He's just trying to see if he can make a move up into turn 4, that fast uphill right-hander, and he decides against it. Wise decision.
So Bang in the Red Bull, he's currently just sitting in there behind. He's probably watching this battle unfold, just waiting for one of them to make an error so he can make his move on these guys. Kuj just picks up a 3-second penalty down in 13th there.
And this field is very spread out already. We've got a 5-second gap in the lead.
Sandro and Alan Sandro are now battling down in the 8th and 9th. A little bit of a scrap right behind Fat Eagle. This will be helping him out quite a lot right now. Coming into turn 8, coming up to turn 9 now. Santa's sat right in behind him, about to pick up the DRS, coming down into turn 10. He's got the DRS ring wide open. Don't think he's close enough, unfortunately. Sandro looks like he's got a lot of straight line speed in that car.
Yes, absolutely does, and I think that may contribute to the lower wings he was running.
Yes, that's going to be something to watch in these high-speed corners right now, where you can see Alan Sandro claw that gap back. Look how close he is now. So I think Sandro, as we said, he's running a straight line speed car, but he's going to really struggle in those high-speed corners.
Is making the move on Aussie 2K and gets it done into turn 1. The straight's quite long, so if you use your ERS and your DRS and you're very close behind him, it's always something the defending driver can do.
Well, I can definitely confirm Sandro is running lower wings. He's pulling away on the straight wide. Santa has the rear wing open behind him, and he gets up over the curb there. That is going to hurt him quite a bit there.
And Bang is very, very close to the rear end of that Aston Martin. He's sitting in P4. He's just taking very patiently at the moment, which is it's very smart from the driver from Bangladesh.
He's sitting very nicely right now. I believe that's SJ getting over lapped there. So now he's been lapped by first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth, mind you.
Yes, and we're having yellow flags, and I believe that is Beachy, who was spun around in that first sector.
So yet to have a full safety car.
No, we had a VSC.
I think SJ would be wanting a safety car right about now. It's going to make most of these guys pit, and he'll be able to unlap himself and catch up.
Now, Bang is actually going to be very, very close to that Aston Martin on the straight. I don't actually think he is close enough to make a move. No, he isn't.
Aussie 2Go getting a little bit of help there from Milo. He's got the DRS for a little bit of defense as well. So they're stuck in a little bit of a train now, these three. They're kind of just sitting there together.
And the Lane Santa has the jump on the Haas car. I think he's got the move done, dusted. Has he? Yes, he does have the move done, dusted into turn 1. He moved up to P8. I believe he was the runner-up in the sprint series last season, sorry.
Yeah, he was the runner. Actually went down into the final race. Unfortunately, he picked up a 3-second penalty on the last lap, which meant he lost out. Unfortunately, he would have actually equaled on. They would have equaled on equal points with Paddy. So we would have had 2 countdowns in that final race. So obviously, Tier 2, we had the countdown or countback, should we say?
That was probably one of the
most and Aussie 2 going the long way around on Milo. What a move that was.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't clock that. But Miles going to be able to get the move, try and get the move done on this back straight. I believe he will have the DRS. Looks like he will have the DRS wing open, rear wing open. He will be using lots of ARS. Definitely not using any ARS. It's going to be very close, but he will get the move done. Dusted.
So Milo is now into the lead. Lance Kruma, he's made the pit. He's going to come out in 5th. I believe he's put on the... I'm trying to just going to put on tyres quickly. He's put the hard, so he's going to be looking to go to the end. Oh, Bang's picked up 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
That is crucial, and that could very much decide the result in which he finishes. We saw, remember, in Tier 3, Mercy Neuer, he actually picked up, I think it was 18 seconds worth of penalties, and it cost him a win and a podium.
Oh, you can pick up those penalties very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And LQ Brown looking like he's just in a little bit of a world of his own, and that is, I believe, SJ, who has spun it. Yes, he has spun it, and he will get to a point where he'll have to retire the car.
So SJ not enjoying Spain at the moment.
No, it is Spain without the S for him. All but pain.
Yeah, that's sector 2. Is that SJ again? That is. Oh, he's lost his full wing now on turn 9. Now he's got a couple cars through. He's really struggling out there. So maybe that rear wing.
Milo going for the move for the lead on Aussie 2K. Goat gets it done. Heading to turn 1 once again. These two training positions are like playing cards. I'm
just going to mention, Bang was obviously in 4th. He's now dropped down to 13th. Picked up the 5-second. Les Krimer was in 1st. He's dropped all the way down to 7th. So the pit lane stop is a very long time in that pit because these drivers at the front have a very big lead. I believe that's SJ around again, maybe.
This battling between the two won't be helping him. It's actually going to bring LQ Bron more into the equation, and This could almost turn into a battle for the actual lead, the net lead here.
It's also only going to help out Las Kuruma. He's currently in 6th, but he's made his pit stop now, and he's just going to be chipping away at that time. He knows, obviously, he had the 5-second lead on them as well, so he just needs to chip away, try to stay out of trouble a little bit. He does have his teammate ahead of him, so we'll see if Fat Eagle does move over for him.
Fat Eagle's actually not his teammate, though.
Oh, no, so you're right, actually. Fat Eagle is actually the Alpine.
He's Alpine, but he's in the Ferrari.
So maybe he won't move over. It'll be interesting to see what the stewards make of that decision as well. But
yes, absolutely. Oh, I'm a steward for that. Oh, no.
Just watching SJ.
This one.
SJ actually has no wing and he's opted to go around again.
Yeah. Actually having no wing on this game is actually not too bad. Obviously still not great, but it's not like last game was undrivable. You can,
These front two have a big battle on their hands. It is 2 temps between them. They are switching back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, sorry.
LQ Bron is not gaining on them, but he's currently sitting 3rd. He's not really gaining. He's gaining ever so slightly here and there. But these two are putting on a great show this evening.
Yes, absolutely. Probably one of the battles of the season so far between these two. Trading positions very constantly. And this could actually be for the win. It depends on the drivers up behind and
well,
be very, very tight to see where the Ferrari comes out.
He goes through. Milo goes through. Aussie 2 Goats coming back, but...
And this... He might go for this little switcheroo. Miles defended the inside very, very nicely. Has the Williams driver. And LQ Bron, this allowed him to gain almost a second on the 2 drivers. Very good from him. And in the pits is Aussie 2K Go. Now, I actually think he may have half crossed that the white line there. So, you're going to have a look after the race with that.
Can we want to go check out? Yeah, definitely. So, he's pulled the pin early. So, this will be interesting to see what happens with Milo. Obviously, he's currently...
a note here.
Oh, who's that around? Is that Richo? Richo's had a spin around.
Yes, I believe it is Richo. Very interesting as well, because even if Laz Kuruma gets through, he's going to be on very worn, hard tyres. Just check, he's already on 3-lap-old hard tyres, especially with Milo. If he's going to come in a couple more laps, he's going to have a 5-lap advantage on tyres, which can be crucial come lap 32, 33.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. I'm baffled with what SJ is doing right now. He's in 16th, no wing, and he's still going around. He's going to show balloon flags. I believe that's by probably... not even sure who that would be. By Beachy, I believe. It is Beachy. So SJ's actually being lapped by 13th at the moment. He's now got 14th.
The Williams is in off Milo. He's in. Got to make sure he doesn't get a penalty. Doesn't look like he does. And LQ Bron follows him into the pits.
So where does Aussie 2Gate come out compared to these guys? He's now going to have his...
He's already behind significantly from Laz Kuruma, and I believe...
He is well behind Laz Kuruma. He's more than 5.
Well. Yes, he is. But Milo has made the very crucial jump on Aussie 2K Go. I think
Milo's coming out
as well.
Milo and so the later pit stop was the way to go.
LQ Bron is actually in a net P3 at the moment, and he's got a one lap fresher tyres than Aussie 2K behind, and got a good second lead. So it'll be interesting to see if he could hold him off.
So Milo, the biggest winner right now, he's actually battling with Fat Eagle now in the Ferrari. He's now up into 3rd. He's definitely the biggest winner there. Now he's on 4-lap newer tyres. And he's still around that 5.8 gap where he was at when Las Kuruma come in, so he hasn't lost much time either.
He actually gained overall in terms of tyres as well. So that's going to be crucial come late in the race, and this race is far from over.
Santa is battling him, and there's an Alfa Romeo around of Coys, I believe.
Yes, there is. There is an Alfa Romeo in.
Oh, he's around again.
4, I believe.
5.
Over the spinning McLaren as well. So, Elkie Brown manages to get back into his position, and he's going to have DRS heading down the main straight, Milo in P3, and what is his?
Santa, 5 seconds.
5 for getting in the pin. That is crucial. And then, spin by what's that? Aussie 2K goes at.
Coys is around again.
Yes, it is. Aussie 2K goes around. A little collision with Elkie Brown. I thought it was a lapped car, but no, it is. He spun round, and some of the stewards are going to have to look at after that, after the race. We're assuming.
That's very unfortunate. So Crone, he's just slipped up into 5th. He's yet to pit, but Les Kruma is he's pulling away quite rapidly now. He's now got that gap to 7.5. But yeah, I just wonder how those tyres are going to be filling out at the end. He pitted very early. I think it was a lap probably
10, I believe.
I think it was earlier. Oh yeah, you're right. 10, 5. Oh, Ducat, he just crossed the bollard. Very interesting.
Again, lots of penalties from the stewards could be coming out because of that. It was in the race director's notes, and it's going to it's going to put Milo and Elkie Brown up into the podium positions.
So Coys has just gone and retired in the pit there in the Alfa Romeo.
Yes, he has, and again, lots of clean air for the top 3, top 4, and actually, Ducat has actually got the jump, and he's in P4. So very, very nice from the AlphaTauri driver. But those cold tires are going to be under pressure from the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin does get
the warmer tyres helped him quite a lot there. So now
this could be a very nice battle for fourth position. Sorry, as he's trying to catch on to the back of LQ Bron. Yeah, not even halfway through the race right now. We're just about. There's a big battle forming. Lane Santa on Fat Eagle, the Alpine driver not in an Alpine. And
so, just having a look, Karuma, he's kind of sitting around the 7.8. Milo's sitting around the 3 on LQ Bron. Aussie 2Gate also sitting around that 7-second mark. Not really many gains going on between the top 4 at the moment.
No. But Lane Santa is to be right on the back of that Ferrari Fat Eagle. He's actually going to try to make contact into the new profile turn 10. May have damage, and as that, I believe, that is Crone Dog.
Bang
going very
around
slowly.
Yeah, he just went around. No damage, just a spin. Got on the sausage curb on the exit there. Rear end just didn't like it, just went straight around. Got away with it, luckily.
Lane Santos going to be right on the back of Fat Eagle. He's going to pull to the inside. Going to see, and it looks like he'll get the move pretty easily done into turn 1. That's very crucial for the McLaren driver.
So these guys both on 2-lap old hard tyres. They're both looking to get to the ends here. It's just going to come down to raw pace, I think, between these two. You can see Fat Egg, he's trying to trail. He's outbroke himself a little bit, got a little bit out of shape, unfortunately. That's going to help Santa there. This middle sector, he's just got to try to stick with him. Just looking at Santa, he's catching Sandro in front really quickly as well.
Fuller has spun turn 3. Information. And that's actually not too good. Fat Eagle definitely dropping back a little bit from Lane Santa. That gap's now at 8/10, so it could be what's his name? That's not ideal from him, and Sandro is actually going quite slow, and he's being caught up very quickly by the McLaren as they're heading for the long right-hander near the end of the lap, heading up into the chicane. As Crone Dog is the last person to pit, last driver to pit.
So he's going to be on the freshest of the freshest hards, isn't he?
Yes, absolutely. And Looks like Elaine Santa might be able to get the move done and dusted. He's going to be very close to, is he? No, he's not going to be able to, but I believe it is Crone. Crone's come out of the pits in P10. And he's actually going to be overtaken, or very close to be overtaken, by Caleb. And Caleb does again. These hard compound tyres on the first lap are going to be very, very cold.
So you can see Crone, he's just taking it nice and easy on those hards at the moment, just trying to get him up to temperature. He's got Caleb ahead, but he's got a couple drivers ahead there on very old hards. Santa's run very wide there, and it's going to let Sandro back through. They're on the inside battling, coming into turn 10. Who's got the DRS? I think Sandro does. Sandro's got the DRS. He's going to get ahead here.
Is he, though?
Oh, is he?
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does. Fat Eagle now ready to pounce on Santa.
Yes,
oh, contact! Big contact! Santa! Oh, sorry, maybe that was a lag, possibly?
Maybe. He's looking very laggy here, Santa.
Definitely. I thought Fat Eagle just absolutely yeeted him into space on my screen.
Yeah. Oh. And looks like the McLaren's going to try to get the move done on the Ferrari here. But on the... No, that might actually be 3 wide. A little battle. Elaine Santos going to play his cards right, but he put the car in the wrong position. It's blocked by the Ferrari. Not what he's looking for. And Andro is going to hold on as a yellow for sector 3. It looks like it is Richo in the AlphaTauri. He's not having a very good race. Is he?
Nah, he's struggling a lot, and that comes a lot down to that first lap contact with, I believe it was Bang in the Red Bull.
Yes.
LQ Bronco's fastest. There he is. And he's actually catching Milo very quickly. He was at about 3 seconds. He's now only 1.5.
And he still has over 50% of ERS left. Milo has almost his full battery, so it looks like he may be saving up. But LQ Bronco can get the done on Milo. It's going to be very...
do you think Milo good. Is saving that ERS for a last dash push on Lastruma? He's at 10 seconds. I'm going to imagine he wants to start getting a move on probably right about now. He's going to need to chip away about a second a lap if he wants.
Second a lap, yeah.
And he's shot at him, but just having a look, Lastruma, he's under halfway. That gives him a lot of time to react if Milo does make a last push at him. But LQ Bron, he is pushing very hard. There's a Haas around. That's Sandro.
Fun. Now, could this be the first pointless race for Haas this season? Maybe.
They actually had every driver on the podium last week. They had a win, and then a P3, I believe it was, in Tier 1.
Yeah, very, very good from them.
For 3 wins and a P3, you can't be complaining about that. It's actually put him at the top of the overall constructors, I believe.
Now, also another option for Laz Kuruma, especially those hard tyres going very close to puncture territory. He could do a 2-stop here. He definitely has the pace for a 2-stop. Or you got an 11-second lead. He could do a 2-stop, be out behind LQ Bron on soft compound tyres. And then he'll
so be yeah, I believe the pit stop is around 20 seconds. So that's going to put him around 5th. He might come out just out of Ducat. He'll be around the Ducat mark. But on the softs, we saw how quick he was earlier on the softs, and against hards, it's going to be no match. He'll reel them in very quickly.
Timmy, I have to get my laptop charged very quickly, otherwise the stream will shut down.
No, you're okay. That is priorities. I'll take over. So yeah, we've got LQ Bron. He's slightly just dropped off a little bit the pace now. He was at around a 1.4, 1.5. He's now down to around the 2-second mark behind Milo. Aussie Tugo is sitting in 4th quite comfortably at the moment. He's got 5 seconds to Cat, and then it's about 7 seconds to LeBron. So at the moment, unless something happens up ahead, he will probably sit around that mark. We've seen him have a spin once or twice now, so he's not going to want to try to keep the consistency in the rest of the race. From now, Bang, he does have a 5-second penalty, but he does have 18 seconds to Caleb. So I don't think he'll be gaining on Cat, unfortunately. And he's on significantly older tyres than Cat, and actually on older tyres than everyone ahead besides Las Karuma there. Caleb, he's going to be one to watch. Santa, unfortunately, has that 5-second penalty as well, I believe. I'm just going to pull up the penalties. So, yes, there's 2 5-second penalties and 1 3-second penalty. I'm surprised there's only that 1 track limit penalty at the moment.
Yes, absolutely. Beat you with that one. But unfortunately for him, at times last season, actually, in the Aston Martin, remember he was the TP for the Aston Martin team in Season 2, he had a couple of good performances in Tier 2. Most notably Baku, when he was leading the race. And a little bit later on in the season.
Yeah, Baku, he actually should have probably won that race besides making a silly move and then decided to retire because he felt a little bit of a guilty conscience for that move. Unfortunately, DNFing another driver on track with probably 3 or 4 laps. As Les Krumah says, the fastest lap. So I think maybe he's seen Milo. Milo made a little bit of a push. It went down to around 9.2, so he gained 8 temps, and maybe that's Les Krumah reacting to that.
Yeah, it could definitely be. He's reacting to that.
Les Krumah has used all his ERS up, but I can just have a look at his screen now. He's definitely out on the dash there. Milo's still sitting around 3/4 at the moment, so.
And LQ Brian's actually making some decent inroads on Milo. This will be a very tasty battle coming to the final stage of the race.
I was actually just mentioning LQ Brian while you're finding your charge. He actually lost out a second. He dropped to 2, but he's reeled that in very quickly. So maybe Milo's struggling a little bit on tyres. They're only on the same. Oh, Beachy picked up another 3 seconds. So
another penalty. So that could be very good. Again, the man on Tier 4 debut for the Silver Arrows. Looking like he's trying to chase down for a P2. Now, if you allow Kuruma here, do you kind of sit back and just preserve those tyres, or do you try to go for a...
Oh,
obviously not
he's going faster.
Going faster and faster, but...
See, I'm just having a look in the back of the rear straight there. I see some dark clouds over in the background there. Maybe a chance of rain?
Maybe. It should be all clear, but... we will see. Obviously, this season for Inters, the actual forecast for the race will be based off forecasts at that time at the track.
Yes, so, you're right, which is all put into the race briefings. So all these guys mainly know what roughly the forecast is going to be. It is not obviously an exact interpretation, but it's a little bit of a rough idea to put a little bit of a scare factor into these drivers.
Yes, absolutely. But LQ Brown looking like he's just trying to keep within that 7/10 range of Milo ahead and make a move on the main straight.
So he hasn't had to do much battling on track. He's actually done most of it through the pit stop where he gained so many positions. Staying out longer than everyone else was obviously the way to go. It's going to be interesting to see how now he does on a trailing this car ahead of him of Milo. He's going to get the DRS down this long pitch straight here leading into turn 1, which is a great overtaking opportunity. I think he's a little bit too far back at the moment. He's about 8 temps.
Yeah, 7.5.
You can see Milo moving.
As well, so he's going to try to get very, very close to the rear end of that William.
He's going to be very close, but I just don't think it's going to be close enough. So yeah, so as you said, he was at about 7.5. So I think if he can get that down to around the 6 mark, Milo's going to be feeling all sorts of pressure coming into turn 1. Oh, he had a little bit of a moment there.
Using RS all the way down straight. So now the battles are really happening. This is the main battle. And I think Lane Santa's has gone for a bit of a spin. And he might be
coming on track. I think he has to let Crone go there. I think that's the right thing to do.
And that gap's only 0.6.
And that wasn't a biased comment. I just want to make that clear. That wasn't a biased comment. I just think that was the right thing to do, coming on track like that.
Okay. Move on. But LQ Bron looking like he's about 6 tenths.
He's very close.
6 tenths behind.
So this is, and we saw how quick he was out of the last turn. He's at 5.5. We saw him get very quick out of this last turn.
Oh, it's a brilliant exit as well for the Mercedes driver.
5.5, 6.5. He's going to be very close. I reckon Milo's going to be. You can see Milo. Milo is using ERS. Milo used a bit of ERS for a bit of defense there. I think LQ Bron knows exactly what Milo's doing. He's probably just waiting to see that red light flash. This is going to go right down to the last lap by the looks.
And we cannot wait, can we? Both drivers actually on very similar ERS, about 50%. So in this game, that's not a lot, but it's quite precious, quite valuable, because as soon as you get, especially down to 20%, you're going to be feeling it very much.
Yeah, that's yeah, as you said, you really start to feel the pressure. It's very easy to maintain that 50% mark, but the moment you use it to obviously a little bit of a burst to make that overtake, you notice it empty very quickly, and it's very hard when you're trying to defend a car, especially for a podium. When you're trying to defend, it is very hard to recharge that battery up.
Yes, absolutely. And if you have ERS around here, you're more than likely able to defend those positions down on the main straight, as long as you have good enough pace through the more technical sectors. But LQ Bron is not going to be close enough, but it looks like definitely not a great exit from Milo, and he's going to be with 6 tenths away. He's not going to be using the ERS, so looking like he's going to try and make the move done lap 30, lap 31, I would assume.
Just a quick little bit of information throughout the field. Santa has got past Crone down the pitch straight, and I believe Caleb, he looks like he's struggling a little bit. Just being on board with him, he just seems to be struggling a little bit with the rear end, so maybe the hards are dropping off a little bit quicker than expected. He's only on 10 lap olds.
Yes, absolutely. No incidents have been reported as of yet. We assume there may have been a couple from any of the retired drivers.
So yeah, well, obviously we didn't really see what happened with Coys. I believe he just maybe had a moment and he was just falling too far behind. I just saw a yellow pop up for a second. Made me a little bit nervous. So only the one VSC so far. SJ, I think, is possibly in AI or something. Or maybe my screen's just bugging out because he has no front wing on my screen.
Yes, maybe. Could just be a glitch. It is F122. It looks like LQ Bron actually is not. He's got a little bit less ERS, but reason why I have a bit of a pull out by the Williams is he's actually on 20% of ERS, so he's going to be feeling it under the pump these last couple of laps. And if you're LQ Bron, you get an attack as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think he's got to start making Milo feel a little bit more pressure and try pressuring him into a mistake. There's only 5 laps remaining, so this is really when he's going to start making a move. There's yellow sector 2. I think that's
one happened.
It was around where that Haas was as Sandro. Not sure what happened there, but so Bang in the Red Bull at the moment. Very lucky. He's got the 5-second penalty, but he does have 18 to Caleb.
It should be fine for him, and it's a purple sector 2 for LQ Bron.
And he is super close.
Right up the back. Looks like he has used a little bit of ERS. And
maybe trying to get the move, but I think if Milo gets any closer to this Aston in the lap car, he's going to get DRS to defend it. He's very close. He might get DRS.
But I think it's actually close enough.
You can see the Aston pulling over of Deadly, and yep, he's got the DRS, so it hasn't helped out LQ Bron as much as you would have liked.
But he does have a couple other laps, so should be able to get the move done.
So just having a look at Milo, he does have Beachy now. He's the next lap car ahead. He's a fair way up the road, but if he catches him in time, I'm not sure.
LQ Bron just has to sit here right now and just wait more than enough for an error from Milo.
He's putting him under all sorts of pressure right now, but isn't he?
Yes, absolutely. Even if it's 6/10,
Yeah,
as a spinning
that's
Aston
deadly.
Martin, and I believe that is deadly. And
So just having
Elkie
a...
Bron.
We're actually almost out of our safety car period. There cannot be a safety car in a moment, in a few moments.
Very close.
Deadly Fuller just moved out of the way to let P4 of Aussie 2 go, his teammate, go through.
And Elkie Bron looking like he might be able to try and make a move very soon. But the good thing about Elkie Bron, what he's doing here is his pace.
I feel like he absolutely nailed that. Didn't gain as much as I would have expected. So maybe, there you go.
Milo goes quickest, but he's on very, very little ERS.
So, does Lance Karuma have an answer to take the fastest lap back, do you think?
He's actually dropped back a little bit of time from them. It looks like he's just preserving, just nurturing the tyres home. Look how it's 20 lap old hard tyres for him.
Deadly just picked up a 5 in the pit. Do you think he's putting the softs on, going for fastest lap? He's putting the softs on. I think he's trying to steal that fastest lap point.
Yes, absolutely. Wouldn't be a bad option, especially if you're out of the points. And Elkie Bron is going to try and get within that. I think we've established it's about 5-6 tenths is where you want to be in order to be eligible for an overtake, pretty much.
And I think with and I think with Milo, as we said,
he will be close enough.
Yeah, and with Milo, as we said, he used a lot of his ERS just a second ago to take that fastest lap, and LQ Bron, he's saved quite a bit, and he's super close. He's got to just prioritise these last 2 corners.
He does very well.
He does very well. He's at 5.5. This is about what we said. I think this is going to be his chance. If he's going to do it, he's just got to burn it.
This is going to be the move.
I just don't think he's close enough. He's saving the ERS, but there's the red light flashing to Milo ahead.
The red light is flashing for Milo.
And that will be music to LeBron's ears right now. He's now got 2 laps, and he knows Milo is going to be feeling every millisecond of those last 2 laps. This is going to feel like an eternity for Milo to the finish line.
Yes, absolutely. He's on purple first sector, has the Mercedes driver, so he's going to be very, very close onto the rear wing of him heading into turn 1 of the final lap. And this is the time he's going to have to make the move stick. Very hard to overtake him.
Oh, he's at a big moment.
He loses so much time on the sausage curb, and that almost is charge over.
So he's going to get DRS reeling back in. He needs to get a very good last sector here.
It has to be like almost a perfect last sector. It looks like it will be, at the moment, very decent.
It's very decent. Run a little bit wide there, but he's still sticking with him. But he lost a lot of time there. Probably 3 attempts, so a good chunk of 3 attempts. Last Kruma, he answers quickly.
Yeah.
Interesting to see. He actually got the fastest lap, but Milo gained on him there. Milo, you can see he's saving all his ERS for this last straight. So,
Elkie just needs a very solid second last lap here to get moved down into turn 1. The final opportunity will have to get moved down to turn 1 next lap. And again, he's getting so much time on Milo heading into the first sector.
He really struggles in that first corner, the fast, flat-out corner, just about. Milo seems to get a little bit wider, which lets him get on the accelerator just that little bit more into turn 4.
Yes, absolutely, and it's going to be very, very... I think lap cars will play a part in this battle here for P2. Both of them will almost be guaranteed podium positions.
Is this lapped cars? I think Milo's going to catch them. We spoke about this earlier. That's Beachy, and it might actually save him here.
It could save him
because he's within 3 attempts. He is so close, but those lap cars are right there. Unless they get out of the way right this second, which it doesn't look like that. They're actually battling. No, it's a Haas and a Williams. Oh, but he does have the Williams at Beachy.
Back him. It's going to bring
look at
straight back into it. Now this is going to be very, very touch and go.
Oh, you can see the lap car Beachy moving over. He's now, look at that. He's able to tuck over and get the toe.
And it's almost, and I believe Milo will survive.
Well, it looks like he's done enough there. And the lap car of Sandro pulled over, and it actually allowed Beachy to slip through. Beachy took advantage of it.
Yes, he did.
Santa, is that Aussie 2 go around? No, sorry, it is Deadly Fuller around and turn 9 there.
Deadly Fuller.
So he's actually on his last lap. And I think Milo couldn't have caught up to those lap cars at a better time.
No, if he didn't catch up, I think he may have been toast. But there's still one more opportunity on this back straight, and I doubt there'll be a move done, but...
You can see they both emptied the tank. They're both flashing red now.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he's got an answer to it now. Unfortunately, there's not really many overtaking opportunities.
Actually,
he's trying very hard, but...
Very, very close. He's LQ Brian.
Oh, he's getting on that curve. That's scary. My heart just sunk for him.
Just has to keep it clean.
Les Kruma takes the race.
Win. And
I can tell you right now,
Milo will get a bit closer weaving around. But
I think if that was one more lap to go, I think LQ Bron would have been making Milo very uncomfortable. But well done to the top three. And special mention to Aussie 2K. What a drive. He obviously had that spin. Very unfortunate, but managed to come in P4. Jucat P5. Bang P5. Caleb P6. 7, sorry. Fat Eagle P8. A driver that's under a little bit of controversy at the moment as well. Oh, and Les Karuma and Alan Sandham just spun each other around there.
Yeah, and Bang has got a 5-second time penalty. Didn't serve it in the pit lane, so it's not actually
hasn't affected him, luckily.
And it'll be P6 for the Red Bull driver. Not a very good day for the Red Bull team and for you, Timmy. And
no, but look, right now our battle is with Haas. They're leading overall, but we've outscored both the Haas drivers. I believe both are actually outside the points. And I think that's the first race Haas hasn't scored any points.
No, first race this season in all 4 teams. Lane Sound gets the driver of the day. Well done from him. He'll get himself an extra point to the drivers and constructor standings. Very crucial for the current team, who are currently sitting last. And...
I'm just going to quickly get a screenshot of the podium, or are you able to do that while I quickly invite some of these guys into the party?
Yeah, no, I can definitely do that. And very good race. Very, very nice race. Arab is not happy, evidently, with his 3rd DNF in a row. But it's the Ferrari driver who wins. Someone who I personally questioned about his race pace. He's pulled it out of the bag. And Milo and the LQ Bron battle at the end was very, very nice to watch. Well done to both, all 3 drivers. They've all put in a very good shift. And have a look there. Oscar Goat, P4. Gucat, made over from P10 to P5. Very nice from him. And that is definitely what he wanted.
So I'm just going to try and get these guys in here quickly now. We may as well...
Chrome Dog went from P17 to P10, well done from him. And Sandro as well has done not too bad. From P15 to P11, no points for the Haas team today, but still a valiant effort. With everyone from P10 down being lapped. Well, it was a good race, wasn't it, Timmy?
It was a very good race. I'm actually just having a look. Most of the guys are already in the chat.
Most of the guys, they're already in there. We'll see, but that is a very good race. Most drivers actually used the only went for 1 stop, which is it's actually quite a majority of drivers went for 1 stop. Lots of different issues and most of pit stops.
So I'll try and get these guys in here.
We will see. But,
So we have the race winner in here. I hope I'm saying it right, Laz Kiruma. If I'm not, I apologise.
Yo. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing? You've just done a bit of a grand slam.
Yeah. No, because someone actually took the lead when I picked. So
We won't
yeah.
worry about that too much. It was momentarily. Look, I just want to talk to you. First of all, congratulations, P1 to P1. You never really looked like losing that race. Do you think Mamba's going to move you up a tier? Obviously, the tiers 1 and 2, they're where the bigger points are. Probably where you're going to fit in a little bit more with those drivers. Do you think you might be looking at racing in a higher tier?
Yeah, I would say that even for the other player, it will be more enjoyable to drive with people of their level. Obviously, I'm not saying that I'm really so fast. No, really not. But yeah, I would say that maybe a tier two would be nice for me.
So there you go, guys. You've heard it first from the driver himself. He's going to be looking to move up. Just talk us through the race a little bit. Yeah, obviously you made the earlier pit stop. You opted to start on the softs. Was that a strategy from the get-go?
No, actually, I made this strategy by playing into the Grand Prix mode. I discovered that we could actually win soft hard, and because when the odd are on 70% wear, they are really fast. So actually, it's a really great strategy to do only one step on a soft odd. Yeah,
well done, mate. Congratulations on the great win.
thanks. Thank you.
And we'll see if you replace Cool Boy in Tier 2.
Okay, see you guys.
We'll see.
GG.
Well done. And we've got the other drivers in the chat. We've got Milo. Well done, mate.
Yeah, thanks, lads.
Very good race from you today. Very good battles with what was that? Aussie 2K Go and LQ Brian, respectively. How'd they feel?
Yeah, obviously, congrats to LAS on the good win. Yeah, obviously, start wasn't too bad. Just had a few battles with Aussie there. They were good. Good to battle someone. I think he went in pits a bit earlier than me, and then I went in after him, and then I think LQ Brian come in after me, so then we kind of sat with each other the rest of the race. I thought you'd go Theo, take some time, but sat behind, so that's alright. I'll take second place. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw at the end there, you're very strategically trying to place your ERS around. Was that a challenge, especially to the end of the race, to save ERS?
Oh, yeah, you could say that for sure. Obviously, I'm a bit trigger happy with the ERS, I could say.
Yes.
But yeah, I tried to save as much as I could, and obviously had 10% left at the end. I thought I'd get rid of it. Just kept me ahead, and I think Beachy kind of helped me right there at the end on the coming on to the last lap. Gave me some
we definitely mentioned that, and it even helped benefit Beachy himself. I believe Sandro pulled over right at the end of the corner. It allowed Beachy to slip her as well.
Yeah, it was good. So yeah, thanks him for that. But yeah, that was a good race. I'm happy with the results we got.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done to you. Great P2, and that will put you very nicely in the driver standings.
Good. Thanks, lads. Have a good one.
And I might let you take it away, Scotty. I'll let you take it away with your driver.
LQ Ron, what a drive from you, mate. On Mercedes debut, how did it feel?
Oh, I felt good. Qualifying was horrible, but me and JR are good mates, so it was good to just chuck up a battle with him at the end. And I got quite mad at Beachy towards the end, obviously giving him DRS on the second last lap, helping him. And I felt like that's when I was going to make the move just into turn one on there on JR if he didn't get DRS, but it's alright. And JR and I were in a party and we were joking around the whole time saying, what happens if two lapped cars start battling, and that happened at the very end. But yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, no, very, very good drive from you today. The pit stops very helped you out. Your pit strategy was very good today. Did you just play it by ear?
Yeah, I guess my tyres were going off a bit. And then obviously 2K Goat went in first and then JR went in, so I just followed JR. And then I overcut 2K Goat. And then him and I got in a little accident where it had a half spin, and then he tried to go up my inside, and then I tried to correct it and might have tapped him, but it's alright.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be a report coming for that?
Oh, I don't know, because I feel like I couldn't help it. I mean, it was either I was going into the wall and DNFing or trying to correct myself, but I'll see what happens. I've recorded, so it should be right.
Okay, mate. Well done. Very good drive from you today, and best of luck next week in France.
Thanks, boys.
Well, that was the 3 podium getters today in Barcelona. More Inter Racing League action coming out. 2 races tomorrow and 1 race on Sunday. Sure not to miss it. This was a very good race today. Well, I've been Scotty. He's been Timmy.
Thank you for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for Tier 3 and 2.
Okay, thank you.